Hello, dear friends. I'm Rachel Collins, and tonight we dive into real Reddit horror from our /Nosleep. This is Tales from the Gas Station, Demons by Snacks, a true story that's terrified thousands. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more chilling night shift horrors. Jeremy wiped the counter for the 100th time that night. The gas station clock read 2:17 a.m., and the fluorescent lights hummed like angry bees above him. It was his third week on the night shift at Pump and Go, a rundown station on the edge of town where tumbleweeds outnumbered customers. He liked the quiet, or so he thought. The bell above the door jingled softly. Jeremy looked up, expecting the usual drunk or trucker. Instead, a man in a tattered trench coat shuffled in, his face hidden under a wide-brimmed hat. No car outside, no footsteps on the gravel, just there. "Good evening," the stranger rasped, voice like gravel in a blender. He placed a single candy bar on the counter, Snickers, dusty as if pulled from a grave. Jeremy rang it up, $1.29. The man slid exact change across the counter, 3 quarters that felt ice-cold and heavier than they should. As the stranger turned to leave, his hat brim lifted just enough. Jeremy froze. No face, just smooth, featureless skin where eyes, nose, mouth should be. A blank mask of flesh that somehow smiled. Jeremy told himself it was exhaustion. Hallucinations from too many energy drinks and microwave burritos. But the next night brought worse. At 3:42 a.m., a woman entered dragging a leash. On the end, a large black dog that walked upright on hind legs, grinning with too many teeth. "Does this one have nuts?" the dog asked in perfect English, tapping a paw on a bag of trail mix. Its voice was cheerful, like a game show host. Jeremy stammered, "Oh yes?" The woman rolled her eyes. "He gets picky after midnight." They paid with a 20 that smelled like wet earth and left laughing together. By his 5th shift, Jeremy started noticing patterns. The customers only came between 2 to 4 a.m. They never pumped gas. They bought small items, candy, gum, cigarettes, always exact change. And none had reflections in the glass cooler doors behind the counter. One night, a little girl in a yellow raincoat bought sunflower seeds. "For the birds in the basement," she whispered, her eyes solid black pools. Jeremy hadn't mentioned the basement yet, that locked door behind the ice machine that rattled sometimes. Curiosity killed more than cats at Pump and Go. On night 7, after the faceless man returned for his daily Snickers, Jeremy grabbed the keys. The basement door was rusted, padlocked, with a sign reading "Employees Only, Danger." The lock clicked open too easily. Cold air rushed up, smelling of mold and something sweeter, like overripe fruit. Stairs descended into perfect blackness. Jeremy flicked his flashlight. First step down, he heard it, giggling. Children's voices echoing from below. At the bottom, the beam caught movement. Shapes darted between support beams, small figures, too pale, too fast. In the center of the room stood a vending machine unlike any upstairs. It glowed faintly green, stocked with items Jeremy had sold. Dusty Snickers, trail mix, sunflower seeds. And behind the glass, faces pressed against it from inside, mouthing silently. One face was new, an old woman with hollow cheeks, her eyes locked on Jeremy. She mouthed 2 words, "Feed US." The giggling grew louder, circling closer. Jeremy slammed the door and bolted it. He quit that night, leaving his uniform on the counter. But the dreams followed. Every night, he'd wake at 2:17 a.m. to the jingle of a bell, the smell of wet earth, and that grinning dog paw tapping his bedside table. 2 weeks later, the new clerk vanished. Cops found his car in the lot. Keys in ignition, Snickers wrapper on the seat. The station closed permanently. Locals say if you drive by at 3 a.m., you can hear giggling from the boarded-up basement. Jeremy moved across the country, changed his name, but he never eats Snickers again. And some nights, when clocks strike 2:17, he swears he hears paws on gravel outside his new apartment. Feed the basement, or it comes for you. Thank you for listening. Ever worked a night shift and heard something you couldn't explain? Share in the comments below.